Hi, how are you doing? This is IBM-i By Doing. Welcome to IBM-i By Doing, a series of video sessions in which we do hands-on projects programming the IBM-i Midrange computer. I'm Madhu Vasudevan with over 20 years of IBM-i work experience at your service. The target audience is newbie programmers who want to learn RPG-4 or RPG ILE on IBM-i. We will mount our RPG bikes right on top of the Subfile hill and slide down the valley of data file processing in RPG-4 ILE. Just follow along. Working along with me, you will be able to do this. Early in this series, we will tackle the fabled RPG subfile, and we will create every possible variation of the subfile. We will create physical files, logical files, display files, printer files, and of course the RPG ILE programs to handle all these files. We will create some information display screens, some data entry screens, and generate some reports. Our subfile inquiry program will allow muggles to look up multiple train records in one screen. The search screen will accept a center name as input. After entering a center name, the muggle will press the enter key. Our program will pull up one page full of records of trains going to that center. If the muggle hits the enter key without inputting a center name, our program will pull up one page full of records of trains going to any and all the centers sorted alphabetically. If the plus sign is shown at the bottom and the muggle hits page down key, our program will pull up one more page of train records. This process can be continued until all requested data records have been loaded to subfile pages. After the last requested record has been loaded to the subfile, the plus sign will not show at the bottom of the last page. If user presses page down key when there is no plus sign shown, error message is shown and keyboard is locked. Finally, F3 may be pressed to quit the inquiry program and end the inquiry session. The city-wise trains information may be viewed by directly querying the physical file. We will run the query command on the physical file train set with the record select parameter set to view the records for specific centers. We will thus verify that our inquiry subfile is indeed working correctly. To keep me motivated to produce more of better quality free content, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button below, leave a comment or two, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, and other IBM-i enthusiasts. Hit the bell icon below to actively follow along with the rest of our series. Having reviewed the logical file to access trains information city-wise, let's create a display file with a subfile for inquiring on the train's information. And hit enter. You have keyed in the record format of initial inquiry screen. In the next free input line, under column spec A, key in 2 stars and the comment subfile control record format. In the next line, under column spec T, key in the entry type R. Same line, under name, key in the record format name CTL-TRAN. Press the page up key. Same line, under functions, key in the record format level keyword SFL-CTL for subfile control within bracket SFL-TRAN, where SFL-TRAN is the name of the subfile record format which we have not yet keyed in. Next line, under functions, key in the keyword SFL page within bracket 15, tab over to line number column, up arrow one time, key in the column command I10 space and hit enter. Under functions, key in the next keyword SFL size within bracket, make it one more than SFL page, set it to 16. Next input line, under the first conditioning indicator, key in indicator number 50. Same line, under functions, key in the keyword SFL CLR for subfile clear. Next input line, under the first conditioning indicator, key in indicator number 51 same line. Under Functions, key in the keyword SFL DSP CTL for Subfile Display Control. Next line, under the first conditioning indicator, key in indicator number 51 again. Under Functions, key in the keyword SFL DSP for Subfile Display. Next line, key in the conditioning indicator 55. Same line. Under Functions, key in the keyword SFL End. We will switch on this indicator when we have loaded all the records from our data file onto the subfile, or when the subfile's maximum size of 9,999 records is reached. In either case, we will switch on SFL End, and system will make sure that the plus sign is not shown below the page with the last data record. Next input line, key in the conditioning indicator not 55. Same line. Under Functions, key in the keyword page down within brackets indicator 52, text page down, close bracket. Every time user presses page down, indicator 52 will be set on, but page down key will be enabled only if SFL End is off, meaning indicator 55 needs to be off, and only then page down key would be available to the user. Next line, final record level keyword overlay. This is to ensure that when this subfile control record format is written on the screen, it does not blank out the existing display. Instead, it overlays this record format on top of whatever is already there on the screen. Press Enter. Tab over to the line number column, go up one arrow to the overlay line, key in an F and hit Enter. Insert a few lines, key in an I5 space Enter. Next line, under Name, key in the subfile active record number holding field RRN. Under Len, key in a 4. Under Type, key in an S for zone, decimal positions 0, and for input-output, key in an H for hidden. Under Functions, key in the field level keyword SFL RCD NBR for subfile record number within brackets, cursor, so that when the subfile is displayed, the page that is shown is the one which has the subfile record number same as the RRN. This ensures that when the subfile is displayed on the screen, the page containing the record number RRN is shown and the cursor is on the record number RRN. Next line, under Name, key in the field name Center NO for center name. Give it a length of 6. Type alphanumeric. For output, O under column B. Under line number, key in a 1. Column position 28. Next input line, under line, key in a 1. Column number 35. Display the constant center information. Next line, under line number, key in a 3. Column position 3. Key in the column header center, our first column, and hit Enter. Tab over to line number column. Move cursor to the line with the column header center. Key in RP7 space and hit Enter. Move cursor to the center number line and press page up key. Now let us key in our column headers. Second column starting at position 11, column header train. Next column starting at 18, column header engineer. Next column at position 35, column header PLTF for platform. Next column at position 41, column header W-days for weekdays. Next column starting at position 49, column header time. Next column starting at position 56, column header ticket. Last column starting at position 64, column header commissioned date, and hit Enter. Tab over to the line number column. Move cursor to the line of the first column header center and key in a CC. Down arrow to the last column header commission date and delimit the CC with another CC, down arrow, and key in a B for before and hit enter. We need to key in underlines for our column headers. The underlines will be in row number 4, so change the line numbers of the last 8 entries to 4. Replace the constants with underlines. Replace all the column header text with hyphens in row number 4 and hit enter. And you have completed keying in the subfile control record format. Move cursor down to the last input line and press page up. After the last column header hyphens, key in an I5 space and enter. Next input line, under column spec A, key in 2 stars and the comment footer record format. Next input line, under column spec T, key in the entry type R. Same line, under column name, key in footer for record format name. Next line, under line number, key in the number 21, column position 2. Under functions, key in the constant, press enter to continue. Next line, under line number, key in a 23, column position 2. Under functions, key in the literal F3 equals exit, double space, F12 equals cancel, and hit enter. You have keyed in the footer record format also. Press page up and the arrow keys to move cursor to the comment line, control record format, up arrow to the line above the comment line, press page up. In the line number column, key in I3 space and hit enter. This will insert 3 blank lines. First input line, under column spec A, key in 2 stars and enter the comment subfile record format. Under column spec T, key in the entry type R for record format, and under column name, key in the subfile record format name SFLTRAN. Give it the keyword L for subfile. Next we have to key in the subfile column names. We will keep the subfile column fields the same as the data file fields. Key in the first subfile column field name center. Under column name, under column spec R, key in an R for referenced field so that we do not have to key in field type or length. Under column spec B, key in O for output. The subfile record display starts at row number 5. So under line, key in number 5, and the first column center is positioned at column number 3. Hit enter. And one more enter. We have 8 columns in our subfile, so against the center, key in RP7 to repeat the line 7 times and hit enter. Key in the subfile column field names. Second column field, train number. Next column field, engineer. Next column field, PLTF for platform. Next column field, W days. Next column field, STR time. Next column field, ticket. And last column field, commission date. Hit enter. Train number column starts at position 11. Engineer column starts at position 18. Platform starts at column 35. W days starts at column 41. Start time starts at column 49. Ticket starts at column number 56 and commission date starts at column number 64. Move cursor up to the start time column field and take an F4 to bring up the prompting. Come down to the data type input field and key in a Y to enforce numeric input. Come down to the functions column, key in a space and the keyword edit word within bracket, within quotes, 0 suppression, space, colon, 2 spaces, close quote, close bracket, and hit enter. For the next field, ticket, also, come down to the data type specification, key in a Y to enforce numeric input. Under functions, key in a space, and the edit word within bracket, start quote, 0 suppression, space space, the decimal point, space space, close quote and close bracket. Hit enter. The last column, commission date, is a date column. So come down to the functions, key in a space, and the keyword date format within bracket star USA, so that dates are shown DD and 4-digit YYYY specification with slashes as delimiter, and hit enter. F12 to stop prompting. Press F5 to get rid of the column specification ruler visual guide. Press the page up key, and you have completed keying in the subfile record format. Press the home key to bring cursor to the command line on top. Key in a save and enter to save your work on this member. Now just review the member. In the initial inquiry screen record format, let us key in a prompt for our input field. Come to the line above the input field center no, short for center name. From line number column, key in an I and hit enter. In row number 5, column 5, key in the prompt within quotes center name 3 dots and hit enter. One more time. Review each record format one by one. Review the subfile control record format. Finally, let's review the footer record format, and it all looks good. Press F3 to exit SEU. Against change create member, press a Y and hit enter. Note the message in the bottom. PDM says that member train Q2 in file project library / QDDSSRC has changed with 60 records. To edit the display file member train Q2 in SDA, that is the screen design aid, against the member name, key in a 17 and hit enter. Inside SDA, in the work with display records screen, note that the 4 record formats that we keyed in SEU are listed. Let's look at the design image screens of each of these record formats. Key in a 12 against the inquiry record format CNTR-INQ and hit enter. Press F12 to return to the display records screen. Against the subfile record format SFL-TRAN, key in the number 12 to design image and hit enter. After the last O in the first row of the W days column, key in 2 greater than symbols and hit enter. You have graphically shifted the W days column 2 spaces to the right. Next, move cursor to the attribute byte of the start time column, key in a star and hit enter. In the select field keywords screen on top, note the attributes of the start time field. Against editing keywords, key in a Y and hit enter. Note the edit word specified for the start time subfile column. Press F12 a few times till you return to the display records screen. Note the message in the bottom, image updated for record SFL-TRAN. Key in a 12 against the subfile control record format CTL-TRAN and hit enter. Note that SDA always shows the subfile control and the subfile record formats together. Press F12 to return to the display records screen. Against the footer record format FOOTER, key in a 12 and hit enter. Press F12 to return to the display records screen and press F3 to exit SDA. For save DDS source, key in a Y, but for create display file, key in N for no and hit enter. Hit and enter again. Browse the member train Q2 by keying in a 5 and hit enter. Page down to the subfile record format. See that SDA added some comments in the modified record format. Press F3 to exit SEU. You have to compile this member to create the display file object called train Q2, which will be opened by the RPG program to present the screen interface to the user. To compile this member train Q2 into a display file of the same name, against the member type 14 and hit enter. You should see the display file object created message in the bottom. The create display file command compiles the source member and creates the display file object of the same name in your current library, which is your project library. Press F3 to return to the main menu. Check on your display file. Key in the command dsplib, your project library, and hit enter. You should see the display file object trainq2 listed. F3 out of the display. Let's examine the newly created display file object. Key in the command dsp file description, your project library /trainq2. Uppercase, lowercase for field names, file names, doesn't matter. Hit enter. Scroll down, scroll up and review. Press F3 to exit this display. Let's examine the fields in the newly created display file object. Key in the command dsp file field description, your project library /display file name trainq2, and hit enter. Scroll up beyond the record format name and note the field names, attributes, lengths, and positions. Press F3 to exit the display. Having created a display file with a subfile for inquiring on the train's information, let's create an inquiry load page on demand subfile program. To keep me motivated to produce more of better quality free content, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button below, leave a comment or two, and share this video with your colleagues, friends, and other IBMi enthusiasts. Hit the bell icon below to actively follow along with the rest of our series.